Good morning, class 53. It's Kenneth Barry again. Alright, so some changes were made to the rucksack SOP. So we're gonna repack it, and I'll go over all that stuff again. So one thing to remember, which I'm actually running out of time, I gotta get to work soon. I'm not gonna have time to do it, but make sure at the end of all this you look at your rucksack, lift it up. If you see any loose straps or anything that's dangling, make sure you tape it up, and you make it look nice and professional, because we are officer candidates. So in the main compartment, first off, like I said, I already went ahead and secured my e-tool in the e-tool carrier, and I just weaved it right underneath the US emblems. See if I can get this camera closer. Put it underneath the US emblem. That might change, I don't know, but we'll do that from now on, or here on out. So in the main compartment, your big compartment, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put your sleep system with your poncho liner inside. So basically, after you got the sleep system nice and tight, rolled it up, open it up real quick, and stick this poncho liner in there. You want to make sure everything is tight, so you don't have a bulging ruck that looks unprofessional. So open it up. I got my summer sleep system in here because it's Florida, and now we're adding the poncho liner, so it's going to be pretty hot. Poncho liner will keep you warm on those few months of the year when it is pretty cold here in Florida. So go ahead and just grab it, roll it up tight, shove it in here. Make sure you get it tight. You want to have this really tight because you don't want anything bulky and full of air, deformed, sitting in at the bottom of the rucksack. Because one, it's going to be awkward, or more awkward I should say, than already having the ruck on you. So you might as well try to make it as easy as you can on your body. So you just tighten it if you need to lay on it a little bit, get all that air out. Alright. So grab that thing, pick a side, whatever side you want. Doesn't really matter. Put it at the bottom. Slap it over to the side you choose, and keep on pressing it down. Let some of that air out and just further compress it. Alright, next up, you've got your insect bar, which is your mosquito net. I like to make mine about as big as the sleep system I just put in there, so that way it'll kind of be even. So just grab that thing and shove it on down right next to the sleep system. Make sure you get it nice and tight. Fluff it up where it needs to be fluffed up, and leave it in there. Alright, next you're going to put in your spare pair of boots. I like to put them in as if they were sneakers in a shoebox. So I'm going to go ahead and lay one down flat here with the bottom towards the sleeping bag. Make sure you're getting this thing as close to the bottom of the ruck. Just keep pressing it down. And if you need to grab the ruck and pick it up so you can make some room, or make sure nothing gets left with any space in between. Next, the other pair is going to go down this way with the bottom facing the rucksack side. You got to get it nice and tight. That's the most important thing about packing a ruck. Everything's got to be tight. If it's loose, one, you don't look good, you don't look professional, and two, you got weight going everywhere, and it's really uncomfortable. And nothing's worse than being uncomfortable on a road march or a release ruck. Alright, so spare boots are in there. Next you're going to put waterproof bag, wet weather bag, on top of all that stuff. Alright, kind of like, leave it. I like to leave my wet weather bag open like this so I can just start throwing stuff in there. Inside there is going, you have 2 tan t-shirts going in there, 2 pairs of green socks, 3 pairs of underwear, brown towel, 1 set of ACUs. I'm going to pack it in according to the probability of what I'm going to wear out or need out in the field. So even though the brown towel is one of the last things on the list, it's one of the first things I'm putting in because I don't really care for a brown towel. I'm not really going to need to get to it. So I don't really take showers in the field. So we'll put the brown towel here right in the middle, down at the bottom. Next up, I'm putting my ACUs because I don't change my ACUs out in the field either. There's no point. So grab the top and go ahead and lay it on top of the towel. Make sure it's folded nice. Don't just crunch it up and throw it in there. Alright, then you want to grab the pants and throw that in there too. See if you guys get a better look real quick. Alright. Next up, 3 pairs of underwear. Don't throw these in the middle, just try to go make a circle with the underwear, socks, and t-shirts around what you just put in there so far. You want to leave some space in the middle because you're not done putting stuff inside or in the middle of your camelback. So I'm going to put my 3 pairs of underwear, my 2 pairs of green socks, my 2 tan tees, and this right here completes what's going inside of the wet weather bag. Grab the excess. I'm going to hold it. Basically push down on it, get all the air out of it. Remember, if you need to, pick up the rucksack while you're pushing down with the other hand. Just make sure everything goes down. Alright, twist this bad boy up right here. And with the strings that are that come with your wet weather bag, go ahead and tie it up. Okay. Wet weather bag is complete. Alright, now, what goes on the outside? You're going to look on your sustainment pouches. It's going on the right hand side when worn. So when you're wearing your ruck, which if you're looking at your ruck, it's going to be on your left. And then when you're wearing it, it's going to be on your right. So on the right hand side, this side right here is going your wet weather top and your wet weather bottoms. Alright, so just make sure they're folded up, give it a good roll, make it as tiny as possible, as compact as possible, and just send it down to the bottom all the way. Same thing with the wet weather top. Roll it up, pack it in. Alright, pull the drawstring down tight. Alright, that's right side. Left side, as worn, which is right side as looking at it, is going to go over your cold weather top and bottoms and your poncho. It's not going to be that cold here next drill, so we're going to go ahead and put the cold weather stuff in at the bottom. So, fold it up nice, give it a good roll, make it as compact as possible, and put it down to the bottom. So the cold weather pants, I'm put down first. Then my cold weather top. Just get it down as tight as you can. Alright, poncho. I'm going to put my poncho at the top because it's more likely to rain than it is to get cold here in Florida. So, poncho's going to go in at the top for easy access. So roll it up, make it nice and compact. Go ahead and squeeze that poncho in. Alright, you're going to grab the drawstring, making sure everything's tight. Pack the excess underneath the flap. Close the flap, tighten it down. Alright, that concludes, or not really. So that goes for all your TA50 gear. Next up, you're going to put your camelback in here. Put it in a way where the hose is on your more comfortable drinking side. My comfortable drinking side is my right hand side. So as I'm looking at it, I'm going to put the hose on my left. Grab the back straps, make sure everything's tight and neat. Camelback's taped off already so you don't have excess string going everywhere. Go ahead and lay the camelback down in the center of the ruck. Press it down on it. I'm going to grab your ruck if you need to. Make it tight in here. Alright. Camelback's in there. Got your drinking hose coming out. So, grab the drawstring here. Put the excess inside. Close it up. Don't tighten it yet because we still have to put our sleeping mat on here. You're gonna grab your sleeping mat, roll it up, use some 550 cord if you need to, make it tight, and it's gonna go right underneath these straps. Top straps of your rucksack on top of the flap. Loosen this up a little bit. Alright, once that's in there, nice and neat, go ahead and you can now tighten it. Alright, and there you have it. Your rucksack is packed. All you need to do now is once again go over everything. See all these loose strings and straps you got going on over here? You want to make sure those are either get weaved through the weaves or you want to tape them down. But this rucksack is pretty much right at 40 pounds. A full camelback is definitely going to help you add some weight to it, and the PT belt. Now you want to put your PT belt on here. So just take it. These buckles here, I like to put them right underneath the e-tool carrier secure strap, because if it's on the inside of the ruck where your back is, if you make a movement, you might release it, and then you're losing a PT belt. So what I like to do is just come from behind where the straps are. You're gonna weave it underneath the straps. Get your camelback hose off the way. Weave it underneath the straps, around the sustainment pouches. Now these sustainment pouches, they have these straps here. You can just go right underneath that too, just in case your PT belt comes undone. At least it'll get caught here, and your buddy can secure it for you, or not, whatever. And then same thing on this side, underneath. Alright, back to the front now. So you grab your two ends, and you're going to join them underneath the e-tool. Alright, there you go. This way these buckles remain hidden, and it looks a little bit more professional. So that's it for your rucksack. Now, maybe some of you have questions on how do I, my rucksack sits too low on the frame or sits too high on the frame, or how do I move it around? Well, on your rucksack, you have these things right here. Okay? In order to move your rucksack up and down, you want to locate all of them. So you have 1, 2, 3. There's 3 on each side. Okay? And all you do is real simple. All you do is, with the empty ruck, it works best. So you want to pinch the two sides here together. So pinch it together. Alright, move it down. Actually, don't pinch it together, but just put it on its side here and push it through each one of these little, or the hole that it's in. So go ahead and push it through all the way. Pull it out the other side. Do it with all six hooks, and then you can either move it down or move it up. Make sure you align them with the opposite side, because if not, you're gonna have a lopsided ruck. But just make sure everything's aligned, and to put it back, same thing. You flip it over to one side, you thread one side through, and then to lock it in place, you just fold it over, and the strap itself will lock in place. It's not gonna go anywhere. Alright, see what else can help everybody out here. Alright, the shoulder straps. If your shoulder straps need to be tight, all it is this strap right here that comes off the frame. Alright, you grab this and you pull it down. To loosen it, same thing. I got mine taped up because mine is exactly where I need it to be. And that's pretty much everything that we're going to be going over today, and hopefully it helps. If you have any questions, my info, my phone number, email, preferably use my phone number, text me, and I will definitely get back to you. If I'm not working, I'll get back to you right away. If I'm working, I'll try to go to the bathroom and correct that with you guys. So yeah, feel free to contact me and get on the scale and make sure your ruck's to weight. If it's not to weight, I guess use more water in your camelback, or contact your chain of command and find out what else there is to do. If you don't have any of the items that I put in there, make sure you put on your deficiency card and let your chain of command know. Alright, this is Kenneth Berry signing out.